Caught wife's double affair. Divorced her, then found her fraud cash and a secret baby she hid. I'm 39, a guy who spent years carving out a quiet existence. My wife, Tara, and I have been married for 13 years. We've got 3 kids, an 11-year-old daughter who's all about horses, a 9-year-old son who's a Lego wizard, and a 5-year-old daughter who's glued to my hip. I'm a carpenter, calluses, sawdust, the works, and it's steady, keeps us cozy in our little rural town. Tara's a stay-at-home mom, but she's the heartbeat of our community, PDA star, bake sale queen, always organizing something. We've been a team, church picnics, kids recitals, late nights fixing up our old farmhouse. I thought we had it made. We met at a county fair. She was running a cake stall. I was hauling benches. She tripped. I caught her, and her smile hooked me. Early days were scrappy. Rented trailer, ramen dinners, but we laughed through it. I'd build her shelves for her recipe books. She'd sneak me cookies on job sites. We saved, bought the farmhouse, raised our kids with dirt and love. Tara called us the unbeatable duo, and I believed her. Maybe I was too trusting. About 2 years ago, things started feeling off. Tara got busy, really busy. She'd always been involved, but it ramped up. Town festival committees, charity drives, girls' nights that stretched late. She'd come home frazzled, saying, the soup kitchen needed extra hands, or book club ran over. I'd nod. Small towns run on volunteers, right? But she'd dodge details, change the subject. She started wearing makeup more, not just mascara, but full-on glowy stuff. For me, she'd say, winking, but she'd leave the house like that, not stay. Then the cracks showed. She'd take calls outside, whispering, hanging up fast when I'd walk by. Just a vendor, she'd mutter, shoving her phone in her pocket. I'd catch her staring out the window, lost, not her usual chatterbox self. She stopped asking me to fix things. Leaky faucets sat untouched, even though I'd offer. Our nights shifted too. She'd crash early, claiming exhaustion, leaving me with the kids' bedtime stories. I'd try to spark us, planned a stargazing night in the field, but she'd yawn, say, next time, and roll over. My gut nagged, but I brushed it off. She's stressed, I told myself. One evening, it hit harder. Kids were at a sleepover, and Tara said she had a last-minute meeting for the town's new community garden. Don't wait up, she called, grabbing her keys. I nodded, but something felt wrong. Her jeans were new, her hair curled, not her usual messy bun. I waited an hour, then drove by the garden site. Dark, empty, no meeting. My stomach dropped. Called her, voicemail. She rolled in at midnight, all breezy. Garden stuff took forever, she said, avoiding my eyes. I asked who was there. She rattled off names, too fast, rehearsed. I let it slide, but sleep didn't come. Next day I pushed. You've been gone a lot. I said over breakfast, kids at school. What's up? She sighed sharp. I'm just helping out, you know how it is. I pressed. That garden meeting seemed quiet. Her face tightened. What? You're checking on me now. I don't need a babysitter. She stormed off, leaving me rattled. I hadn't accused her. I just wanted truth. That night, she left her phone on the counter while bathing the little one. I stared at it, guilt gnawing. I'm not that guy, but I checked. Passcode still the kids' birthdays. Text to her sister, PDA moms, and a number, no name, with can't wait for tomorrow and a heart. My chest caved. I couldn't let it go. Her excuses piled up, fundraiser prep, errands, and she'd vanish for hours. She'd come back smelling like smoke. Not hers, she quit years ago, and brush it off. Someone at the meeting smoked. I started watching. Found a gas receipt in her coat. 40 miles away, a town we never visit, dated a grocery run. My head spun. Confided in my buddy, Nate, over coffee. Sounds fishy, he said, frowning. You think she's stepping out? I shrugged, sick. Dunno. Need proof. He offered. My cousin's a PI, small jobs. Could tail her. I hesitated, felt dirty, but nodded. Just once. A week later, Nate handed me a folder. He followed her yesterday, he said, grim. She said PDA, right? I nodded, opening it. Photos. Tara in that far-off town, laughing outside a diner with a guy, rugged, bearded, not from here. They hugged, long and close, then drove off in his truck. A note. Stopped at a cabin, stayed 2 hours. My hands shook. Text from that number synced up. Meet me at the usual. Missed you. 2 years of this. My Tara, my rock, sneaking off with some stranger? I didn't confront her. She'd deny it, and I'd be the fool. So I'm stuck, building Lego towers with the kids, kissing her goodnight while I choke on this. She's planning a garden opening this weekend. Another lie, I bet. The kids are my world, and this'll crush them. Every I love you burns now. I've got pics, but I need more to be sure. Am I crazy? Should I dig deeper? I'm breaking. Any advice? Update 2. After those photos, I couldn't fake it anymore. I kept the routine, fixed the porch swing, read to the kids, but Tara's lies gnawed at me. She'd hum through dinner, all cheerful, while I'd catch her texting under the table, smirking. That garden opening loomed, and I knew it was bunk. I had to know who this guy was, what she was hiding. Every time she'd say, "Love you," I'd taste the betrayal. Nate's PI cousin, Greg, was game for more. One more run, I told him. I need the full story. He tailed her again, Friday, when she claimed set-up duty at the garden. Meanwhile, I snooped. Checked her purse, found a burner phone, cheap, tucked in a zipper pocket. My heart sank. Passcode locked, but it buzzed. Missed call, no ID. She'd covered tracks I didn't even know to look for. I put it back, palms sweaty, and waited for Greg's report. He called Saturday night. She didn't go to the garden, he said, voice low. Drove to that town again, met the guy at a bar. Got pics, audio too. I met him at a gas station, hands trembling as he handed me a drive. Photos, Tara with the bearded guy, call him Beard, dancing close, her head on his shoulder. Audio was worse. Her laughing. He thinks I'm planting flowers. Then Beard. When were you telling him about us? Her reply muffled. Soon. I'm working up to it. 2 years, planning to ditch me? I gripped the steering wheel, fighting nausea. I dug deeper. Sunday, she was running errands, so I followed. Kept my distance, truck blending with traffic. She hit that town again, parked at a rundown house, not the cabin. Beard met her, and they went inside, blinds shut. I waited, snapped pics, then checked the burner when she got home. Unlocked this time. She'd slipped. Texts. Missed you at the bar. Kids asleep. I'm free tonight. He's so boring. You're my escape. My escape? I'd built our life, and she'd built another. Monday I cracked. Kids were at school, and I called my sister, Jen. She's blunt, no filter. She's cheating, I said, voice cracking. 2 years, some guy, a whole secret life. Jen cursed under her breath. You've got proof, use it. She doesn't deserve you. She offered to watch the kids, pushed me to confront. Don't let her gaslight you, she said. I nodded, but I needed a plan, something airtight. Tara came home that night, all smiles. Garden's looking great, she chirped, kissing my cheek. I forced a grin, stomach churning. Good, I said, watching her text. Beard I knew. She didn't suspect, too deep in her game. Greg dug more. Found Beard's name. Travis, a mechanic from that town, no ties here. Social media showed him at bars, festivals, places Tara's meetings matched. She'd been living a double life, small-town mom by day, bar-hopping lover by night. Now I'm plotting. Jen's got the kids this weekend. Tara's volunteer shift is my shot. I've got pics, texts, audio, enough to bury her lies. The kids don't know, and it's tearing me up. They'll lose their world. I still love her, hate that I do, and it's a knife twist. Travis thinks she's leaving me. Does she mean it? Should I confront now or wait? I'm a mess. Any thoughts? Update 3. After uncovering Tara's double life with Travis, I couldn't keep playing dumb. Smiling through her, I love yous, while she texted him under our roof was shredding my soul. She'd breeze in from garden duties, all chipper, and I'd catch that smoky scent. His, not hers, clinging to her jacket. The kids kept me sane, helping my son with Lego forts, braiding my oldest's hair, but they'd ask, why's mom so busy? I'd dodge. She's helping the town, hating the lie. That volunteer shift loomed, and I knew it was my chance to end this. Jen backed me up. Confront her with everything, she said, fierce. She's had her fun. Don't let her squirm out. I spent the week prepping, copied Greg's photos, burner texts, audio clips onto a drive. Jen's husband, Paul, a cop, offered advice. Stay calm. Record it. She'll twist if you don't. I nodded, gut churning. Friday night, Tara announced. Big garden push tomorrow. Might crash at a friend's after. I forced a smile. Sure, have fun. She kissed me, oblivious, and I planned my move. Saturday, I dropped the kids at Jen's, Dad's project day. I told them, and waited. Tara left at noon, duffel bag in hand, humming. I tailed her, heart pounding, to that rundown house 40 miles away. Travis met her at the door, grinning, arm around her, and they went in. I parked down the street, hit record on my phone, and marched up. Knocked hard. Tara opened it, mid-laugh, then froze. What are you doing here? She stammered, face draining. Travis loomed behind, confused. We need to talk, I said, stepping in. She tried to block me. This isn't what. I cut her off, tossing the drive on the table. 2 years, Tara. Photos, texts, you and him. Explain. Her eyes widened, darting to Travis, then the drive. You followed me, she gasped, voice shrill. You've been lying. Garden meetings, charity, all fake. I said, steady but loud. Who's he to you? Travis stepped up. Hey, man, chill. But I glared. Stay out of it. Tara sank onto a couch, hands shaking. Okay, she whispered. It's true. I hit play. Her voice, he's so boring. You're my escape, filled the room. She flinched, tears welling. I didn't mean it like that, she started. He's freedom. You're always working, the kids, the farm. I needed something else. Freedom? I laughed cold. I built our life, and you ran to him. She sobbed. I love you too. I was going to stop. Travis cut in. She said you were splitting, said it was over. I stared at her. You told him that. She shook her head, frantic. No, I got lost in it. Then the twist hit. The burner buzzed. On the table, forgotten. I grabbed it before she could. Saw a text. You home yet? Kids miss you. From M, not Travis. Who's this? I demanded, holding it up. Her face crumpled. My sister, she lied, reaching. I scrolled, dozens of messages. He's clueless. Meet me after tea. Love you, babe. M wasn't her sister. It was another guy. 2 years. 2 men? I threw the phone down. You've got another one? Travis blinked, stunned. Wait, what? Tara wailed. It's not like that. Mark's just a friend. Mark, I warned. You're juggling 2 guys while I raise our kids? She collapsed, sobbing. I didn't mean to. It just happened. Mark's from book club, Travis from a bar. I was lonely. Travis grabbed his keys, muttering, I'm out. You're nuts, and bolted. I stood there, the room spinning. 2 years, 2 secret lives. Bars with Travis, late nights with Mark, while I fixed her leaky sinks and tucked in our kids. I'm done, I said, voice flat. Divorce. Now. She lunged, grabbing my arm. No, please. I'll end it, both of them. I pulled free. You ended us. I walked out, her cries fading behind me. Jen met me at her place, took one look, and hugged me. You've got this, she said. I broke down. 2 years of lies, 2 guys, my Tara a stranger. The kids didn't know, I told them. Mom's staying with a friend. But my oldest asked, are you mad at her? I hugged her. We're figuring it out, sweetie. Tara's been blowing up my phone. Apologies. I'll quit everything. Let's talk. I haven't replied. Can't face her voice. Here's the kicker. Paul ran Mark's number from the burner. Local guy, married, on the town council. Tara wasn't just cheating. She was tangled in our community's web. Travis is gone, but Mark's wife doesn't know, yet. Jen says, tell her, blow it open. I'm torn. Revenge sounds good, but the kids will suffer more. Tara's begging through Jen now. I'm in therapy. I'll fix it. But I see those texts, hear her laugh about me, and it's poison. I still love her, deep down, and it's killing me. Divorce is filed, but should I expose Mark? Give her a chance. I'm lost. Any take? Update 4. After catching Tara with Travis and Mark, I was done playing the fool. Her sobbing pleas. I'll end it, I swear. Echoed in my skull, but those texts, her laughing about me being boring, burned hotter. I stayed at Jen's, dodging her calls, while Paul and Jen pushed me to act. File now, Paul said, and decide on Mark's wife later. She's got a right to know. I nodded, numb. Divorce was my lifeline. Papers drafted with Jen's help, 50-50 custody on the table, farmhouse to be sold. I couldn't live there anymore, not with her ghosts in every corner. Tara didn't take it lying down. She showed up at Jen's Sunday, kids still there, begging through the screen door. Please, don't do this. I'm ending it with both of them, she cried, mascara streaking. My oldest peeked out, confused, and I sent her back with Jen. You've had 2 years, I said cold. I'm not your fallback. She clutched a letter, therapy sign-up, promises to be the wife you deserve, and shoved it at me. Read it, please. I took it, shut the door, and didn't open it. Later, I skimmed, generic regret. I lost myself, but it felt hollow. 2 men, 2 years, and I was the last to know. Monday, I served her. Paul's cop buddy delivered the papers to the farmhouse. She signed, sobbing, per his report. She texted after, I'll fight for us. Don't give up. I blocked her, couldn't handle the noise. The kids were my anchor. Kept it light, built a Lego castle with my son, rode bikes with my daughters, but they sensed it. Is Mom in trouble? My 9-year-old asked. I hugged him. She's sorting some stuff, but we're okay. My littlest clung tighter, and I vowed they'd come first, no matter what. Then the twist hit. Tuesday, I met Greg for coffee, owed him for the PI work. He slid me a folder. Found more, he said, grim. Thought you'd want it. Inside, photos of Tara with Mark at a council picnic. Public, bold, dated 6 months back. Text from her burner to M. He's at work, come over, council votes tomorrow. Keep it quiet. My jaw dropped. Mark wasn't just a fling, he was leverage. Greg dug up council records. Mark pushed a rezoning deal, big money, and Tara's charity got shady grants right after. She wasn't just cheating, she was in some backroom scheme, trading favors with him. My stomach churned. My wife, a small-town crook? I debated, expose it or walk away. Jen said, nail them both, Mark's wife, the council, all of it. Paul warned, it'll hit the kids hard, town'll talk. I stewed, then called Mark's wife, Kelly. Met her once at a fair, sweet lady. Hey, this is awkward. I started, voice shaking. Your husband's cheating with my wife, and more. Silence, then what? I sent her the pics, texts, no council stuff yet, let her process. She called back, furious. 2 years? I've been fundraising with her. We teamed up, her for divorce, me for ammo. She'd confront Mark, I'd handle Tara. Wednesday, Tara ambushed me at the shed, caught me sanding a table. Kelly called me. She hissed, eyes wild. You told her? I nodded. You've been lying to everyone. Travis, Mark, me, her. She paced, frantic. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Mark helped with grants. It got messy. I love you, not them. I laughed, bitter. Love? You sold us out for cash and thrills. She grabbed my arm. I'll confess everything. Quit the council stuff, therapy, anything. I pulled free. Too late. Kelly's done. I'm done. Deal with it. She sank to the dirt, sobbing. The kids'll hate me. I walked away, couldn't watch her break. Thursday, the bomb dropped. Kelly didn't just divorce, she went public. Dropped a post online, local group, 2,000 members, naming Mark and Tara, pics included. Cheating liars running our town, she wrote. It blew up, comments, shares, chaos. By noon, the council suspended Mark pending review, and Tara's garden group kicked her out. She called me, hysterical. They're ruining me. I've lost everything. I stayed cold. You built that lie, live it. Hung up, but guilt gnawed. Kids hear this at school. Friday, I sat them down with Jen. Mom's in some trouble, I said gentle. She made bad choices, but we love you tons. My oldest asked, with that guy from the bar? She'd overheard Jen. I nodded. Yeah, and some work stuff. We're sorting it. My 5-year-old cried, is Mom bad? I hugged her. No, just lost, she'll be okay. They're shaken, but I'm their rock. Kept it fun with a movie night, popcorn fights. Tara's at her mom's now, texting apologies through Jen. I'm out of the council, off everything, please talk. I haven't, can't yet. Here's the curve. Greg found Travis again. Guy's back in that town, spilling to locals. Said Tara promised to run off with him, then ghosted when Mark got serious. 2 men, 2 lies, and me in the dark. Kelly's pushing a lawyer to audit the grants. Could mean legal trouble for Tara. I'm free. Divorce rolling. Kids with me more, but the town's a hornet's nest. I met a coworker, Dana, single, kind, helped on a job, and we clicked, just talking. Tara noticed, flipped on Jen. He's replacing me already? I don't care. She lost that right. I'm standing tall, but the cost's brutal. Kids' tears, my trust, our quiet life. Tara's a mess, Mark's toast, and I'm done, mostly. Should I push the audit? Let her back in? Thoughts, I'm still reeling. Update 5. After Kelly's post blew up the town, I focused on the kids and the divorce. Tara was a wreck, holed up at her mom's, off every committee, dodging glares at the grocery store. The farmhouse sale closed. We split the cash, and I moved us out. Couldn't stay where her lies lived. Papers were finalizing. 50-60 custody tipped my way, her chaos costing her. And I kept the kids steady with routine. Lego marathons, horse rides for my oldest, cuddles for my littlest. They'd ask, is mom coming back? I'd say, she's figuring things out. We're good. And they'd nod, trusting me. Tara texted through Jen, I'm sorry, I'll do anything. But I stonewalled. Her tears didn't erase 2 years of Travis and Mark. Kelly wasn't done. She and her lawyer audited those grants, found thousands funneled through Tara's charity to Mark's buddies. She called me, voice sharp. It's fraud. Cops might get involved. You in? I hesitated. Kids take the hit. But said, yeah, she can't dodge this. By Wednesday, rumors swirled. Council probe. Mark fired. Tara sick at home. Jen pushed. Let it burn. She earned it. But Paul warned. Legal mess could drag you too. I stuck with it. Truth mattered more than peace now. Thursday, Tara broke silence. Showed up at my rental. No warning. Looking gaunt. Hair flat. Eyes red. I need to talk, she said, voice low. Kids were at school, so I let her in, arms crossed. What? She sat, hands twisting. I'm turning myself in. Fraud. All of it. Mark's idea, but I signed off. I'm done lying. I blinked. Confession? Why now? She teared up. I've lost you. The kids hate me. I can't keep this up. I stayed hard. Good, face it. She nodded, then dropped the bomb. There's more. I was pregnant. My knees buckled. What? She stared at the floor. Last year, with Travis. I ended it. Didn't tell you, didn't tell him. Mark knew. Pushed me to stay quiet. A baby, my wife's, his, gone. And I'd been clueless, fixing her car while she hit it. You kept that from me? I whispered, rage building. She sobbed. I couldn't face you. I was ashamed. I pointed to the door. Get out. You're a stranger. She left, crying. I'm sorry. And I slammed it, shaking. 2 years, 2 men, a kid lost, my Tara erased. Friday, I told Jen, needed her blunt take. She's a train wreck, she said, hugging me. You're free. Keep the kids safe. I called Kelly. Tara's confessing, and there's worse, and spilled the pregnancy. She gasped. She's a black hole. Mark's getting arrested tomorrow. By night, Tara texted. I told the cops everything, facing charges. Keep the kids away, please. I didn't reply, couldn't. Saturday, it hit the news. Councilman, local mom charged in fraud scheme. No mention of Travis or the baby. Her last secret, just mine to carry. The kids heard whispers at school. My oldest asked, did mom steal? I sat them down gentle. Mom made big mistakes. Money stuff, lying. She's fixing it, but it's hard. We're still us. My 9-year-old hugged me. You're not bad, right? I grinned. Never. My littlest climbed in my lap. Love you, Daddy. I held them, my world, vowing they'd heal. School's on alert. Gossip's cruel. But Jen's picking them up, shielding them. Here's the final twist. Travis showed up Sunday, at my shed, drunk, reeking. She played me. He slurred, swaying. Said she'd leave you. Then ditched me for that suit. I stared cold. She played us all get lost. He stumbled closer. Heard she's locked up. Good riddance. You got her stash. I frowned. What stash? He laughed wild. Cash. Under your porch. She hid it from Mark. I shoved him off. Crazy talk. But after, I checked. Dug under the old farmhouse porch before the keys swapped. Found a lockbox. Rusted. Stuffed with $10,000 in 20s. My jaw dropped. Her fraud money, buried where I'd fixed boards for her. I called Paul. He took it, logged it as evidence. She's cooked, he said. Adds years if she fights. Monday, Tara's mom called. First time. She's pleading guilty, might get 3 years. Wants to see the kids. I said, not now, maybe later, and hung up. Kelly texted. Mark's blaming her, but he's sunk too. Town's a circus. Neighbors stare, but I'm out, done. Dana, my coworker, stepped up. We talked more. Lunches, sight chats. She's steady. Funny. Lost her brother to betrayal. Gets me. Saturday, she brought her dog over. Kids loved it. Chased it with mine. And we cooked burgers. Laughed. You're a good guy, she said soft. I smiled. You're not bad. It's early. No rush. But it's light in the dark. Tara's locked up soon. Kids'll visit when they're ready. I kept half the house cash. Ditched the rest. New start. I'm standing, scarred, but here. Tara's not evil. Just broken. And I'm letting her go. That stash. The baby. Secrets I'll bury. Dana's a maybe. Kids are my all. Did I push too hard? Maybe. Peace. Close. Thanks. I'm out rebuilding.